Welcome back, beautiful tri-state area. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Up in just a few minutes, in the Polished Beauty segment, we're joined by our newest contributor, Dr. Daisy Ayim, triple board certified cosmetic surgeon and highly respected obstetrician and gynecologist. She's also the host and creator of the Polished Beauty podcast. I'm so excited today to be featuring the Queen of Bamenda herself, Naomi Achu. Naomi is a singer-songwriter, a two-time AFRIMA Award winner. That's the Africa Music Awards, which is a rather large annual award event. She has millions of followers, and she originates from a town called Bamenda in Cameroon, Africa. Hence her popular moniker, Queen of Bamenda. Now, in the Polished Beauty segment, we're going to be addressing mental wellness in a busy world with Naomi herself. We're going to chat about how she stays grounded in a chaotic world. In today's fast-paced universe, juggling multiple roles and maintaining mental wellness definitely seems like an impossible task, especially for high-achieving women. And Naomi is not only a celebrated musician, but also she's a symbol of strength and resilience and grace under pressure. We'll explore how she manages her mental health amidst the highs and lows of a successful music career, the impact of trauma, and how she remains grounded even through life's toughest moments. Welcoming now to the show is the beautiful and talented Naomi Achu. Welcome, superstar.
Hello, hello. Wow, what an intro. Thank you.
Now let's chat. Mental wellness has been at the forefront of conversations across industries, but it's especially relevant in high pressure fields like entertainment. And according to the World Health Organization, over 264 million people suffer from depression globally. And artists are particularly vulnerable due to the immense pressure of fame and creativity and mainly expectations. So, Naomi, you have experienced the intensity of the music industry firsthand. How do you maintain your mental wellness while managing the pressures of a demanding career in this industry?
Well, number one, you have to know who you are. You always have to go back. My friend, India Ree has this song called Coming Back to the Middle. You always have to remind yourself, this is who I am, this is who my mother is, this is who my father is, this is where I'm from, because you can easily get carried away. So whenever you're in a situation where you have to make a decision, just say, who are you? Who are you? That's one. And then another thing is you have to surround yourself with people that that help you grow. You have to surround yourself with mentors, just a great support system, because it's very, very easy to lose your way as an entertainer.
Women in the spotlight, I say all the time, are often expected to perform at their best, all the time concealing any emotional or mental struggles. And it's interesting because a study from Harvard Business Review revealed that women, particularly those in leadership or high visible roles, are more likely to experience burnout. And Naomi, as someone who's consistently been in the public eye, I can only imagine that maintaining the balance can be tough, but you've done an incredible job and I followed you all through your career. So I'm so proud to have you on. And that was a great answer. I'm going to hand it off to Dr. Daisy now.
Yeah, I love that, Naomi. I mean, I think you're fantastic and you have a lot of fans. And I think what they want to know is what strategies do you use to prevent burnout? And how do you protect your mental health when the demands become overwhelming?
Well, I would say, of course, exercise is good for everything. Exercise is good for the body, good for the mind. So exercise is a good way to blow off some steam. Also, as a creative, we try to channel our energy towards creating. So that's when you go into the studio and write a song about what you're feeling. Some of the best songs have come out of pain, out of struggle. So yeah, so you have the good thing about being an entertainer is you have a place to put that pain. You have a place to grieve, and that's in the studio where you're creating. You put that pain in a recording, you get on stage, you perform it, and that is how you get the stress off. You share your pain with the world and make something beautiful. So it's turning lemons into lemonade, pretty much.
And you know what? As audience, we can always tell when that music just takes a different note because you can just feel that connection with it.
Now, navigating the highs and lows of a music career can take such a toll on one's emotional well-being. I don't know how you do it, girl, but success often is obviously, while rewarding, it brings isolation. And with that, anxiety and that isolation, we have that research showing more musicians are 3 times more likely to experience depression than the general public. And your journey hasn't been easy, but you've remained resilient. So, how do you stay grounded when dealing with the highs and lows of fame? And what role does your support system play in helping you stay centered?
Well, I said, I said this about 2, 3 years ago. I said, if my feet are hurting, I'm going to talk about it. I am not going to be in pain in silence because what causes depression is you're going through whatever you're going through and you're keeping it locked up, right? So you don't know where to put that pain. So writing a song, reaching out to whoever, and sometimes you can reach out to a third party. I'm a strong believer in therapy.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned therapy because, a lot of cultures, therapy is sort of like, what is that? Or don't really resonate well, But I also say that when we speak of therapy, it doesn't have to be this formal thing. In some cultures, talking to your grandmother or your neighbor, that's therapy without you realizing it's therapy. So I really like that. And I just admire the fact that you prioritize fitness into your routine to make sure that get everything going. But how do you really do it? Because with a busy schedule like yours, how does that look like?
So sometimes I do my workouts at night. If my mornings are very busy, because I'm a mom. So
Yeah.
if my mornings are too busy, I switch to night. I drink lots of water. I do my hydration throughout the day. But yeah, mainly at night, and
Yeah.
jogging, running, walking, at least the bare minimum, just to kind of get your system just up and feeling better.
Yeah, I mean, that's true
Mhm.
because I tell my patients all the time, working out doesn't have to be this customized, what you see on social media, what
Mhm.
works for you. So I love that you say at night because that's your time and it's okay to do that. Thank you
Mhm.
for sharing it.
Yeah.
And mental wellness goes hand in hand with physical well being. The mind body connection is so vital, especially when it comes to managing stress. You have studies coming out, American Psychological Association. They said consistent physical activity can improve mood and reduce symptoms and depression and anxiety. And Naomi, you've been vocal about the importance of physical fitness in your life, so I commend you about that. But now let's move on. Let's talk about dealing with trauma, especially the loss of a loved one is one of the most challenging aspects of life. National Institute of Health reports that grief can have a significant impact on mental health, often leading to prolonged emotional distress. And now I know, Naomi, you faced personal loss, but you continue to show immense strength. How have you dealt with the trauma and loss in your life? And what advice do you have for those going through similar experiences?
So, of course, I did post on my page that my father passed away last year. He passed away November 29th of 2023. And,
That's my birthday.
oh my God.
Mm.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I
It's a
will always
November.
beautiful
I
day.
told you there was a connection when you came on. I don't know if the day meant anything of when he passed was the first thing I said to you. I had no idea he passed on November 29th, but I
that
think
means
it's meaningful.
that means I owe you a gift every November 29th. I will never forget your birthday. Um, so I just take one day at a time, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah. And it never really gets better because you're losing somebody who brought you into this world. So I don't expect it to get better, but I expect that I will be able to manifest in the ways that my father would have wanted me to.
Mm.
And that's all you can do. But I have a strong support system because my dad had 6 children. I'm the
Mm.
last. So I have my brothers and sisters who have been there for me. I have cousins, and my dad, we come from a big family. So we have cousins, aunts, uncles who have been very supportive. And yeah, Doc knows how we do in Cameroon and
Yeah.
how we grieve and how we support
Yes.
each other. So it's really
You
just
have.
one day at a time. I did write a song. I did write a song for him, which I performed at every service where he was being recognized.
Mhm.
Um, that was helpful too. Was the song? It's called "A Big Man."
I love that. I mean, I get it. We come from a community of village, right? So
Yeah.
when one thing happens, the entire community just pitch in and
Mhm.
uplift you. So that was really nice. And I like that, your music seems really therapeutic in processing trauma. How do you channel that? Is this something that is happening at the moment or later? How do you just put that into your creative juice?
Well, so the way I write, sometimes it can just be from immediate pain, like the song I wrote for my dad. And sometimes it can be somebody else's pain. Sometimes somebody tells me a story that's, a sad story. It can be a happy story too, but I take that story and I'm writing. So a lot of my creativity comes naturally at the time. And of course, if I'm writing to a beat, then I'll just match that beat, match the energy to the beat. So it's all about energies, the energies that are flowing at the different times.
Yeah.
And mental wellness is extremely important. Let's talk about that. So mental wellness in the entertainment industry is often, it often requires a proactive approach to self-care. And when we look at the research and the data, it shows that artists who actively practice mindfulness are more resilient in the face of industry pressures.
Yes.
Now, Naomi, you've shared snippets of your self-care rituals with your fans, which helps to destigmatize the conversation around mental health. But can you share your daily self-care or mindfulness practices that help you stay mentally balanced in such a chaotic world?
Affirmations. Affirmations. Of course, I have a relationship with God, so I talk to God every day. But then affirmations, which is once again reminding yourself of who you are. I am kind. I am loving. I am smart. I am intelligent. I am beautiful in and out. So since you have me on the spot, I'm going to ask you to say this after me. I am beautiful in and out.
I am beautiful in and out.
In and out.
I am kind.
I am kind.
I am talented.
I'm talented.
I am talented.
I am a great friend.
I'm a great friend.
There you go. So all those affirmations, when you wake up in the morning and you say those things, that's how you carry out your day, with that energy.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. I just love your positive outlook despite all the challenges that life has thrown at you. What makes you have that outlook? What is your Zen?
Wow, what is my Zen? Just love. Real, I think that life isn't difficult. We make it difficult. Half of the time is what I think. So I try not to sweat the small things. I always say this: you can't win every battle. You have to let certain things go because you're going to need energy for a big battle. That's just life.
Hands down, I'm with you on that. The tagline on this podcast is where ambition meets empowerment. And clearly you're an ambitious woman. What does that resonate when you hear that? How does it resonate to you?
I feel like that's me. But I feel like also that's all the women in this room, all the beautiful ladies in this room. It just means that people are looking at me, and it means that I have to keep working hard to improve myself every day. When people give you positive affirmations, they say good things about you, it just means that they're looking at you. And it means that whatever path that you're going in, you have to keep going. The work does not stop here. I did receive the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award for Community Service this was a month and a half ago. And that felt good too. And when people ask me, how does that make me feel? I just said, I have to do more work because now people are looking at me. So the journey doesn't stop when you're recognized. It just simply means you have more work to do.
Wow. I love that.
I know. Spoken like the Queen of Bamenda. We love it.
Yeah. And resilience is something we all aspire to, but often struggle with, right? It's a trait that's built over time, especially when facing challenges like personal loss or professional setbacks. But you've been an incredible role model of resilience for many. So I can't thank you enough for coming on and chatting with us and being completely transparent. You are definitely the queen.
Yes.
I try. We all have our days.
So to our listeners, remember that taking care of your mental health is just as important as any other aspect of your well-being. Stay tuned for more insightful conversations. And as always, stay polished and stay beautiful. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio.
To sky. Light the spliff, I make you high. 50 Lamborghini, dancing in bikini. Belle Valentine Martini. It's expensive totally.
A Moment of Zen is brought to you by the Polished Beauty Podcast with Dr. Daisy Ayim. Hey, ambitious women, ready to shine on the inside and out? Tune in to the Polished Beauty Podcast, where we talk about business, beauty, brains, and body all in one spot. Meet Dr. Daisy Ayim, triple board certified cosmetic surgeon, pro-aging advocate, fitness enthusiast, and your go-to for real talk on leveling up every part of your life. The Polished Beauty Podcast is your dose of ambition meets empowerment. For more information, head to polishedbeautypodcast.com.